How's it going, guys? And welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered in the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the Robo-Melter. If you'd like to get the Robo-Melter for yourself, it can be gotten as a quest reward from The Plan, which is the 5th story mission of the Handsome Jackpot DLC. After completing the coolest mission in this entire game, I swear to God, this is so fucking awesome. I love The Plan. Having a playable fucking heist movie cliche-ass montage. God, I love this thing. But, after completing your montage, you will be rewarded with the Robo-Melter. The Robo-Melter is a unique blue-rarity Jakobs pistol, having completely locked parts, being unable to be anointed, and being locked to corrosive. It is a masher, meaning that it has 5 projectiles per shot, and there is really nothing else unique about it other than being an elemental Jakobs weapon. The Robo-Melter is effectively just a more successful version of the Just Cause, being an actually fun, interesting, and legitimately somewhat unique weapon. The Just Cause is given to you to remind you that corrosive exists and is actually going to be worth something in this DLC, whereas the Robo-Melter is given to you just before the second to last story mission, making sure that you still have a corrosive weapon going into the final section of the DLC. They both serve a very similar purpose and both don't really have anything super unique actual effect-wise. A reason I like the Robo-Melter more though is that Elemental Jakobs is just always cool. I'm also just a big fan of the Maggie and mashers in general. This gun really is just Gearbox jingling fucking keys in my face. Ooh, Elemental Jakobs. Ooh, masher pistol. And I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a fucking brainlet and it is absolutely working. Ever since DLC 1 released, I've been pretty damn into the Robo-Melter. Every time I see this during a playthrough, I kick my feet and I clap my hands. Which is why it hurts so much to say that you kind of get this way too late into the DLC for it to be really useful. Like again, this shows up right at the end of the third to last story mission going into the second to last story mission. You get it towards the end of the only DLC where corrosive is actually valuable. If you've gotten this far into the DLC and armor bars are still an issue for you and you don't have some good way of taking care of them, I don't know what to tell you. And as much as I like to clap my hands like a baby seal with brain trauma every time I see this thing, it doesn't change the fact that odds are the Robo-Melter is never going to be better than whatever the hell you've been using for the last 5 missions. This might be one of the most unanointable blue-rarity weapons I've ever covered. Like when I say that it is an unanointable blue-rarity weapon and functions as such, you'll likely understand exactly how this gun is going to be performing because it is exactly precisely that. It is usable. It does kill things. It doesn't kill them too slow. It doesn't kill them too fast. It just simply kills them at some point in time. Was it enjoyable to use at True Molly 1 Takedown and above? No. Did it actively pain me? A little bit in the finger joints, but that's about it. Nothing emotional. When it becomes an anointed blue-rarity weapon, it actually starts to shine a little bit more. Like a shit phoenix rising from the shit ashes, it is able to easily keep up to a reasonable degree on True Molly 1 Takedown, to the point where it's a weapon I wouldn't mind running through the entire Molly 1 Takedown with. Kind of in the same way I wouldn't mind doing another playthrough of Borderlands 4. I could do it, I probably just won't. And I mean, it really didn't hold up too well on True Guardian Takedown, but that's not much of a surprise. Now, of course, the one unique thing over your average Jakobs masher pistol is, of course, that it's elemental. And this is genuinely a good effect for it to have. Jakobs generally, of course, has higher base damage and crit damages to counteract the fact that they're always non-elemental. Because being non-elemental means that you can't scale it as hard with specific damage buffs. Being able to benefit from elemental damage scaling is really good and a big benefit to Jakobs legendaries like the Rowan's Call, King and Queen's Call, Hellwalker, etc. But all of those are anointable legitimately and also have way better damage output than a blue masher pistol. So again, while it is cool and I do always love an elemental Jakobs pistol, even then this really isn't a good showcase of that, and there's way better options in the same game. To wrap up here though, the Robo-Melter is a gun that I really like, and it's a gun that I find really neat, but it's definitely far from being good, And I kind of just wish that they gave it to you at the start of the DLC instead of the Just Cause, because man, that thing was stupid. Absolute waste of a weapon slot, holy shit. But now that I've made videos on all 3 of the DLC 1 Robot Killer quest reward weapons, let me quickly rank them. If you haven't seen them already, the videos for the Just Cause and the Melt Facer will be popping up in the top right corner of the screen now, as well as I'll leave them linked down in the description below. Now the Just Cause, of course, is easily the worst. It's literally just not even a unique aside from having a skin on it, and is complete and utter dog shit. It barely has a purpose, it's forgettable as hell, and overall a complete waste of a unique weapon slot. I think the Robo-Melter here lands squarely in the middle. It's a decent weapon, definitely good enough for a quest reward that's just meant to give you a corrosive gun should you need it, but unlike the Just Cause, it is at least genuinely unique, being one of the handful of elemental Jakobs weapons that we have. More than that, it is only one of 2 corrosive Jakobs, with the only other Jakobs gun able to come as corrosive being the Queen's Call. The Robo-Melter is at very least interesting trivia, being the only corrosive-locked Jakobs in BL3, but being a masher pistol is also fun to use. I think the best of these is the Melt Facer, not only having a much more unique effect, pretty much having inbuilt brain freeze, but being legitimately pretty damn solid just as a weapon. It is honestly a shame that of these 3, this is the only one not obtained during the main story and needing a side quest to get. God man, talking about the Just Cause again actually raised my blood pressure. I'm getting straight hypertensive with it. That's gonna about do it for this one though. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Down in the description will be a link to my Twitch channel where you can follow to be notified of when I go live, and just below that is a link to my Discord server where you can come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.